BTC, are you ready for another fight? Let me hear you say yeah. Your next matchup is scheduled for 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Let's watch a video for this one. Rusniak versus Mutmayen.
It's time for a welterweight showdown between Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen and Matt Rusniak. Hailing from Afghanistan, Mutmayen is a recent refugee to Canada and carries the pride of a nation on his back. His BTC fight debut in September ended inside the first round with a violent finish, and he looks to do the same tonight. In his way is a longtime pro, Matt Rusniak. With 6 years since his last bout, the Quebecer has never stopped training and looks to show what half a decade of training in the shadows can do. It's time for the fireworks. This is the welterweight division battle between Matt Rusniak and Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen.
Now making his way into the blue corner, please welcome Matt Rusniak.
And there you see Matt Rusniak making the walk to the BTC cage. And for Matt Rusniak, this is his first fight since August of 2016. So definitely a long layup. But as we said before, Matt Rusniak, it's not like he stepped away from the sport. He is a co-owner of a TriStar gym with the UAE Warriors bantamweight champion Xavier Aloui. So he's still been involved in the sport. It's just, you know, he just wanted to take some time off, and now this opportunity comes and he gets to showcase his skills.
Yeah. I mean, 6 years out of the game, he could be a totally different fighter coming back in here. You know, he's got a good Muay Thai experience. He said, you know, coaching now really helps break things down. You get to break down techniques a bit more, and it actually helps your game. And he said he's been with Xavier. You see Xavier there with him, and he's been around the world with him, training, you know, helping him with his fight. So he's growing as well there. So he's been out of competition like we talked about earlier, but he hasn't been out of the game. No,
not at all, and especially when you're in the corner of Xavier Aloui when he's winning a championship, you know, across the globe. That's got to be a big thing for Matt Rusniak. He did step away. He said, you know, he just kind of lost the fire, took a day job, you know.
Corporate job,
yep. But
said he hated
it, as, you know, most people do in that 9-to-5 lifestyle. So got back, owns a gym in mixed martial arts, as we said, a TriStar gym, and gets to step in here. And as we talked about as well, the face-off between him and Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen, it was spicy, nose to nose.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't know. And as well for Matt, we don't know about the emotions. It's been a while since he's actually been the fighter.
Yeah, exactly. That could be kind of maybe overwhelming if you get too emotional and you try to, you know, push too hard and you know, clench too tight. It kind of drain you. And so you got to really, you know, manage your nerves here, because it's a lot to come back from.
Well, Rusniak looks like he's cooler than the other side of the pillow as he steps inside the BTC cage.
And his opponent, making his way into the red corner, please welcome Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen.
Well, here is Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen, who we just saw at our last show back in September, BTC 17, with a first-round TKO over Michael Asifo. And, you know, the thing we talked about Bilal is these MMA fights, they're not the scariest thing he's ever been with. He grew up in Afghanistan, obviously a war-torn country, still has some family left over there that they will hopefully get to see this fight at some time. But, you know, he's obviously fighting not only for himself, but for Afghanistan and Afghan Canadians.
Yeah, and you talked about, like, you know, nothing coming in a cage fight, a sanctioned cage fight with a referee with gloves on your fist, compared to, you know, bullets flying around when you're hometown and things like that. That's the, you know, this is nothing compared to that. So he's taken that in the cage. There's a lot of hype behind this young kid, you know, and he showcased that in his first fight. He's so explosive, you know what I mean, and he's willing to just to throw. We'll see. Will Matt be able to be a little more technical and try to draw that out and capitalize on that, or will it be too much and be overwhelming?
Well, you look in the corner there, Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen. He's obviously got Paul Jablart, well-known Brazilian jiu-jitsu master, and Adam Maverick Ascend, who was supposed to fight tonight. Obviously, things didn't work out, but Adam will be in his corner. And, you know, Bilal reminds me of like a young Adam, just throwing those wild strikes with heavy intentions. And, I think that's a good guy to have in your corner if you're Bilal, especially so early in your pro career.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Adam, you know, the well-rounded fighter, he can kind of help you out everywhere. And then Paulie's been in the cage too, another well-rounded fighter, but specialized in the jiu-jitsu game. Very good jiu-jitsu, very good coach. And so, yeah, he's got a great corner behind him.
So for Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen, you know, as well, getting a fight, you know, a couple months, 3 months after the fact, you know, he's trying to stay as active as possible, and I think for him, that's very good. You know, he's acclimatizing himself here to Canada at a rapid speed, and as well, this is what he wants to do. This is what he came here to Canada to do, to be a professional mixed martial artist.
Yeah, you know, you come here to be a fighter, you're gonna fight, and he's doing that, and he's carrying the momentum. That's the big thing too, keeping that momentum going, learning from every fight, taking small steps in skill set, and that's what he's doing here with Rusniak against a 2-1 guy. Yeah, so he's doing the right things, and he's here to put it down.
He's right inside. You get a little nice tap for respect, but that's going to go out the window just for a moment when Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen takes on Matthew Rusniak. You see right here the tail of the tape, much younger Mutmayen. Heights of around the same 1 pound advantage for Mutmayen and a 1-inch reach advantage for Mutmayen. So let's get this one officially underway with our ring announcer, Mr. Throwdown Pete Trevino.
Here we go, BTC fight fans. This contest is scheduled for 3 rounds in the middleweight division, being brought to you tonight by Honey Badger Extracts, Techniques Combat, and Cerebral Champion. Your referee for this matchup is Graham Betts. And now your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gray trunks trimmed in black, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, he weighed in at 168.6 pounds. He is a Kung Fu specialist representing Tri-Star West Island. He comes to the BTC cage with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, with one of those big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Montreal, Quebec, ladies and gentlemen, here is Matt the Bad Mother Rusniak. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in gold and white. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, he weighed in at 170 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Burlington Training Center. He comes to the BTC cage undefeated with a record of 2 wins and no losses, with one of those big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Burlington, Ontario, by way of Afghanistan, ladies and gentlemen, here is Mohammad Bilal Mutmayen. Referee Graham Betts with final fight instruction.
Fighters, fight hard, fight fair, protect yourselves at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves, return to your corners.
Fight fans, this BTC middleweight matchup will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
Our third and final man in the cage is referee Graham Betts. This one should be fireworks. Takes the center of the cage, does Rusniak.
I think it being the longer, bigger of the two, Rusniak's going to look to stay on the outside, use his long strikes.
Oh, just a big combo. Huge overhand right there, throwing down right in the middle of the BTC
Wasting
cage.
no time.
No feeling out process needed. Rusniak has a tie clinch, and Mutmayen.
This is the type of fight Mutmayen likes. Yeah. He likes this scrap, just slugging it out, brawl.
Oh, huge left hand, and now Mutmayen trying to shoot it in the double leg.
As I say that, he shoots in a double leg. Good mix-up. He's got a guillotine here, though, as Rusniak.
Rusniak, as Mutmayen left his neck open. Rusniak squeezing down very hard.
He's trying to pass. But if he passes to that side, he's actually going into the choke side. But he's against the cage on the other side, so he's in a predicament here. Rusniak's got to try to adjust his hands. He's squeezing heavy.
And he's squeezing really hard on Mutmayen, who initiated the takedown but left his neck open. And then Mutmayen brings the fight up, and now Mutmayen just unloading big, wild punches.
This is where Rusniak wants to be here in the clinch. Get things tight. Oh, nice right hand though on the clinch by.
Oh, and that wobbled Rusniak. Mutmayen trying to close the show once again. But Rusniak gets up. Big right hand from Mutmayen. Oh, back fist from Rusniak. What a finish from Matt Rusniak.
Wow.
First fight since 2016. And he says, y'all must have forgot. I am the man.
Wow, what a battle, man. That was action-packed from the beginning. Holy moly, a spinning back fist followed by the left hook that dropped him. Mutmayen's protesting the early stoppage. I mean, holy.
Kind of hard to say that was early, because that was a beautiful spinning back fist. It hurt Mutmayen. There was a right hand that followed up from Matt Rusniak. And Matt Rusniak
is on fire right now. You can see this 6 years pent up right here, all being released.
That's got to feel so good for a guy that quit the sport for a moment, worked a day job, the 9 to 5, owns a gym, and now has one of the highlight reel finishes you will ever see on the regional scene in Ontario.
The commission's giving it to him now for jumping in the cage and having his corner run in, but right now he doesn't care. He's just living in this moment and loving this. Here's the replay here. Show this whole fight, just a complete chaos brawl here. Both guys landing and hurting each other numerous times.
You see, this is where it looked like Mutmayen was in control, and he was going to put away Matt Rusniak, but here it is.
Boom, the right back, then the left hook right down the chin. As Mutmayen's going back with his hands down. And he did recover quickly afterwards, but who knows? I mean,
it's one of those flash knockdown situations. I think Graham Betts made the right decision stepping in there.
The way he fell back, and it looked like it was going to be over, and if he hit him more, it would have been damage, but man, crazy fight.
Crazy fight, a sanctioned brawl, ballroom brawl nonetheless. Matt Rusniak gets the victory in highlight reel fashion, moves to 3-1 as a professional, and hopefully this isn't the end for Matt Rusniak, and he continues to fight. Let's get this one official with Mr. Throwdown, Pete Trevino.
BTC fight fans, please put a round of applause together for both of the fighters in this cage. This matchup came to a halt at 1 minute, 34 seconds of the first round for your winner. By way of knockout, Matt the Bad Mother Rusniak.
I'm here with your winner, Matt Rusniak. And Matt, wow, that was chaotic. That was a crazy, crazy fight. Insane. Is that what you expected coming in here? Just an absolute war like that?
Yeah, I really did. This guy was a fucking animal. Good job, Bilal. I knew he was going to come in strong. From the tape that I saw from him, he started strong. I think this guy didn't even cut out of the first round out of every fucking video that I saw. Burlington, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up? Yo, shout out Honey Badger Extracts. Shout out Crow BGK, David Lester, Amanda Capello, Louis Ruda, the native community of Burlington and Ontario. Thank you so much for hosting me. Amazing event, amazing support. Thank you to the native community. You guys are amazing.
You've been out of the cage for 6 years. You know, you've been helping your training partners and your coaching and whatnot. But how good does it feel to get back in here? And was there any ring rust? I mean, it didn't have time to show it, but if you did, but how did you feel getting back after 6 years?
Oh man, with the fucking animals that I train with, the TriStar, Faraz Zahabi is the greatest coach on earth. He told me everything that I need to do for this fight. He said, you know, if it gets crazy, do some spinning shit. My coach X told me, man, when it gets crazy, do some spinning shit, you're gonna land it. I did some spinning shit, and I landed it, motherfucker, what's good? What fucking good?
He hit you with a left hook. We couldn't really tell, and he put you down. How hurt were you, and what were you thinking in that process?
I was thinking, oh fuck, this guy just dropped me in the first 10 seconds. I better get the fuck up right now. And I got the fuck up. I really tried to go for that choke. He's pulling on my fingers. Little Michael Chandler move. It's okay. No problem. I knew I was about to choke him. Fuck it. Got it done anyway, but that shit was crazy. Yeah, he dropped me flush. And it was crazy because Faraz was telling me, game plan with this guy straight down the middle. You think that the straight punch would it would get there faster than the hook, but this guy, he's fucking good at throwing hooks. So even when I'm throwing the straight punch, his hook still came in. I'm like, what the fuck? But fuck it, bro. I'm a beast. I'm a bad motherfucker.
Lastly, I want to say you've been out of the cage 6 years. You came back with a bang, huge bang. How quickly do you want to get back in the cage? Anybody you want to fight in particular?
Fuck yeah, Bobby Poulter, baby. Yo, I called out Bobby, but I fucking did call. I called him out right now. But my manager tried to get a fight with Bobby Poulter. He said no. I think he's fighting somebody in fucking Unified, whatever it is. So where you at, homie? Come on, let's do it, baby.
That's a fight I'd love to see. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Rusniak.